These are so you can get some batteries into your toy and make sure it works, okay?
For kids, there's not much that's more exciting than playing with a new toy.
I've seen this toy before. It's this thing where there's, you pull a lever and then an arrow spins around and it'll point at an animal, and then a speaker will say, duck says quack, quack.
So to start, what we're going to do is an investigation of our toys.
These kids aren't excited to play with their new toys. They're excited to take the toys apart and see what's inside.
When you first start to take the toy apart, you just see like this, pretty much, and you have to take the screws off of so you can go onto the inside, and then you get to this part, and then there's still screws on this that I could just unscrew and then take this piece off. But technically, you just see the toy before you see the insides.
At this toy hacking workshop at the Deborah Rawson Memorial Library in Jericho, participants select a toy and become an expert in how it works, from the outside in.
We start with a toy that's a used toy, but it's in its off-the-shelf condition. And the students are asked to look at the inputs and the outputs and understand what an input and an output is and what input triggers what output. So the sense of really understanding how it works. And that helps them, once they get into the project and open it up, understand what it does. But also there can be some surprising things about how it works or how it doesn't work. So now some of these toys do a whole lot. Like, look, this one has all these buttons over here.
This class is part of a series of summer workshops that have been taking place at libraries around the state. It's called Vermont Makers and Librarians, Spark a Culture of Innovation, and is largely funded by the Vermont Community Foundation, with additional support from UVM College of Engineering and Mathematical Sciences.
Each library initially applied through the Vermont Department of Libraries to see if they could get the funding for these programs, and it was the 15 libraries that were selected. And each one of them, then they could choose from 5 different programs. So we had 5 different offerings, one which was Creative Creatures, which is a recycled plastics and solar power project. We have Squishy Circuits, which is conductive Play-Doh. Toy Hacking, which is a reverse engineering project with used toys. E-Origami, which is a way of using paper folding and copper tape to build circuits and structures. And then E-Textiles, which is actually sewing circuits. And it's sort of part craft, part learning how circuits work.
The programs are geared to students in K through 12, but educators and parents are welcome to join in.
Once the parents are in there too, they're like, wow, this has been great.
Thad Jimczynski is the youth librarian at the Rawson Memorial Library. This workshop fits right in with the library's summer program that focuses on science. Giving kids a chance for hands-on learning can spark their interest in new subjects.
Once we're in there, it can go in a couple of different directions, and it does depend on the age of the students that we're working with, but we can go into some circuit bending where you're really messing around with the toy and maybe making it do some things it's not supposed to do, or you can, but that are kind of cool and exciting and surprising, or the other part of it too is actually then having some intention around what you want that toy to do. And with older age groups, we can start bringing in and combining toys and doing different things, or just even actually reimagining the toy and reusing parts of the circuit.
You had this metal piece that was connecting to these dots, and you were pressing the song button to see if when you're doing that, when you touch the metal thing, the song changes. And it actually happened to me up here. The song changed. It was like hickory dickory, and then it got all fizzy, and then it was like hello. And that's how I knew that I had found the right piece, because it was like this, in the middle of the song.
While not everyone here got past dissecting their toy, several participants did manage to add a button or wire to make it do something new. In other words, a successful hack. The libraries hosting the workshops have all committed to running one or more of the programs on their own during the school year. That means that a lot more students around Vermont will get a chance to hack toys of their own. Anything else you would tell a friend about what you did here today?
I had a lot of fun. I learned a whole bunch of stuff, and you should do it.